801 Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us a it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we are dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
Welcome to the 4A State Soccer Tournament on the Natural State Sports Network, presented by UAMS Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now at UAMS Health Ortho Now. They provide fast, convenient care for all your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait. In pain, walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. And with that, a very warm welcome inside the Joe T. Robinson Senator Soccer Complex here in the capital of Arkansas, out in West Little Rock. I'm Max Coltrane, excited to get going. We've got 4 quarterfinals today, starting in just a few moments on the girls' side between the DeQueen Leopards and the Central Arkansas Christian Mustangs. Should be a good one here for this morning opener on a toasty day. It was very warm yesterday, and we expect more of the same today. Usually when you get the 10 a.m. draw, you see you have that first opener, that morning matchup. You kind of roll your eyes. It's not what you want, but as temperatures have warmed up, I don't think either side will be complaining too much about getting that 10 a.m. start, with temperatures set to just warm up even more here as both sides have hit the field, and we're moments away from kickoff now. DeQueen coming in undefeated on the year, 18 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. Their lone loss came in a scrimmage at the very beginning of the year in February against Northside. But since then, it has been borderline perfection for the Leopards. They're in the black and yellow going left to right, and the Mustangs get us kicked off in the all-white kit as we are underway here in the quarterfinals of the 4A state soccer tournament. Early through ball on this near side. That might just run out of play, and only question now, throw or a goal kick. It'll be a goal kick for the Leopards. CAC Mustangs come in 13-3 on the year as they try and advance to a semifinal here this morning. Goal kick taken by the center half for the Leopards. Far side, and the Mustangs, white bodies all over, and they gain possession. Neither team able to grasp a hold of this just yet as it's out of play on that far side. Yesterday, CAC were able to take down Clarksville 1-0 to advance into this quarterfinal. It was a little bit more simple for DeQueen yesterday, taking out Hamburg 4-1. Dispossessed in the middle there as DeQueen clear for the moment. Battle on the far side ends in a Leopard throw. A lot of plays so far happening on that right flank for the Mustangs, left flank for the Leopards there on the far side, as neither team able to really settle into any possession here yet early on. First official in the way there, as that one was cleared towards the middle of the park, and so uncontested drop ball. Mustangs can break forward here, have a runner on this near side. Keeper thought about coming off of her line and then retreated, and that ball harmlessly out of play. Just too much on it as these players continue to get used to this fast turf here at Joe T. Robinson. Plays so much different than a grass pitch. As that one gets through a couple of midfielders onto the back line for the Mustangs. And out for a DeQueen throw on the far side. Leopards trying to stay undefeated in what has been an incredible 2025 campaign. It has really been the defense for the Leopards that has got them here. Not that they can't put up goals in big numbers as well. They put up 4 yesterday to advance to this quarterfinal, but Leopards only have conceded 2 goals on 1 occasion all season long. That was against Amina on the 1st of April. Defending to do on the back line here for DeQueen, though. That's a good ball. Captain's armband here on the far side. Chance to drive in. Good bit of defensive work from the Leopards. Still an opportunity, and another block from the back line. As now the Leopards can clear, and they do so well. Back in the area, some goalkeeping to do, and nicely done by the Leopards keeper to bravely go up and grab that. That was Piper Clements for the Mustangs that was in the area. Hopeful through ball there over the top. Split the center halves, but didn't really have a runner there. Good idea from the Mustangs, but just unable to connect, and then out of play for a Leopard throw on the far side, right about midway. They're taken short. Mustangs pressing. That's a good ball to get out of a tight area for the Leopards, as their striker just unable to bring that one under spell, and the Mustangs can try and break here. Good bit of defensive work there from the center half, getting over and helping out her left back there. Header there off the back line. Still maybe something here for the Mustangs, and then clear. Captain boots it forward for CAC. Collision in the middle, no whistle. Cleared off the back line for DeQueen. And right back in the mix. Neither team able to settle things down here so far early. Couple of physical 50-50s for the ball, and then it's cleared off the back line for the Leopards, only as far as the captain, and it turns around here for the Mustangs quickly. Ball forward as just a slight heavy touch there for Piper Clements, and eventually booted out of play for a goal kick. Center back to take. Trying to get that one in the middle of the park, but it's pounced upon, and maybe something here for the Mustangs. That was Kate Tuxhorn that got in the way. Here comes CAC. Maybe a switch attempt there, but quick off of her line was the keeper. Things remain 0-0. There's a challenge in the middle of the park. Whistled down, no advantage played, and be a free kick here in the defensive half for the Leopards. 7 or so minutes into this first half of this first of 4 quarterfinals set to take place here at Joe T. Robinson. Got streams going on at Bauxite and Maumelle as well. Oh, just Bauxite and Robinson here today. Trip Keeter on the call in Bauxite. As that one's out of play, left back there for DeQueen, just unable to keep things in play. As you can see, the Leopards, their midfield is playing so close in to their back line. 8 bodies for the Leopards when defending could get inside this 18 or in and around the area. They've been bunched up so far. Mustangs have certainly asked more questions in this first 8 or so minutes. And some good clearances, though, for the Leopards. They've held strong. Mustangs trying to prod through. Good work from Tuxhorn, and then shot came in. Good block from the Leopards, and they can take a breath here for the moment. A lot of defensive work to do so far for DeQueen. Far side, it's with Paisley Arnett. She tries to play a ball forward and wanted the return. It's going to fall here. There's a good ball forward. Still with the Mustangs, just outside of the 18. That one blocked by Tuxhorn and into the arms of the goalkeeper for DeQueen. And maybe the Leopards can try and break here, but there's a mishit. The Mustangs really have the Leopards pinched into their own area inside 20 or 30 yards here, just with a lot of defensive work to do early on in this first half. As CAC going to let that one run out of play in favor of the throw, and then heavy touch there off the knee of Paisley Arnett and out of play. Taken away by the Leopards and cleared to the back line. You can see this Central Arkansas Christian back line for the majority of the time, whether they're in or out of possession, they're playing past the midway line. Trying to really continue on this pressure that they've been able to put on this DeQueen back line. And now an opportunity, and it's going to be a free kick, I believe. Whistled by the linesman on the far side. And so a free kick inside of their own 18 here for the Leopards. It's a great ball off the back line. Controlled here on this near side. Booted forward on the middle, and that one not able to find a Leopard. Great first touch before a heavy touch gets punished and cleared. 50-50 battle in the middle of the park. Mustangs come away with it for the moment. A couple of DeQueen Leopards, though, quick to it, and it gets cleared and past the halfway line. Booted forward and out of play, and it'll be a Leopards throw. Cleared away there by Blakely Aldridge. Couldn't find a Mustang attacker, and it forced a clearance there, and out of play here. It'll be a Leopards throw here on this near side. Nobody with a real stranglehold on this match just yet. Mustangs have done the majority of the attacking, but no clear-cut chances as of 12 minutes or so into this one. Good defensive work on the back line. DeQueen just pushing their way forward here on this near side, earning their third throw. First real test for the Mustangs back line, cleared away. And another Leopards throw here as they continue to poke and prod and try and find their way through. First bit of sustained possession for the Leopards as they move forward. Austin Ward there, the defender for the Mustangs, able to get her body in the way. Another throw for the Leopards. Backspin on that ball as each team tries to read the bounce, and then it's cleared away. No nonsense defending there from Kate Tuxhorn out of the middle of the park, doing some defensive work. As that throw is jumped upon by the Mustangs. Still defensive work to do, and then a nice clearance there back to the middle of the park. Paisley Arnett jumps on that, takes some contact, through ball, far side, and flag goes up. That was a great idea from Arnett in the middle of the park to try and play that through ball. Had the runner there on the far side. Wasn't a bad ball either. The run was timed just a bit early, though, as the flag went up. Work to do on the back line here. Collision, and a big one at that. It's going to be a free kick for Central Arkansas Christian on the collision. Looked like the center half might have got the ball there, won the header, but whistled down by the first official, and so the Mustangs can get forward here, and they will. Looks like it's Tuxhorn that's going to take this, as plenty of Mustangs in the area. 7 from Central Arkansas Christian. As that one gets through everyone, forces a nice save there by the goalkeeper. Maybe was going wide, but did well not to release it, held on, didn't leave any scraps for the attackers, and clears it away. And it was Tuxhorn again that on the header, making sure that DeQueen couldn't counter there. Good physicality. Paisley Arnett able to keep possession, take a couple of challenges. Nice idea on a switch, but Addison Mosley couldn't bring that one under her spell. Another throw in here for the Mustangs in their attacking half, and close to the 18. They have asked more questions certainly early on here. That one gets a flick, but no Mustangs in the area. Easy pickings for the keeper. 15 minutes into this, 25 remaining here in this first half. CAC with majority of the attack, but no opener. Good interplay between the Leopards there, and they're going to earn a free kick for it. As the back line for DeQueen pushing up. As they try and get bodies towards the area. Clearance made. Still in the mix. And then cleared for good. That was nice work by the left back. And then driving forward, taking possession, Kate Tuxhorn. Interesting ball forward, and keeper quick off of her line, using all of that 18-yard box. Battle for possession in the middle. Good first touch by Leopard. Left-footed ball. Finds another DeQueen player, and then that was, you see, maybe some space in behind, but a good block. Needed to be by, I believe that was Arnett who took possession for CAC. First little half chance there for DeQueen to try and play something in behind the Mustangs back line. Good work by the left back for the Leopards to momentarily take possession, but it's back with the Mustangs. As the challenge whistled for a foul there going against DeQueen. As Litzy Hernandez getting a little bit too much there of Kate Tuxhorn. And it'll be Tuxhorn to take on her left. As another body gets forward, Austin Ward joining the mix for the Mustangs. Left-footed ball towards the back post, still in the area, and work to do here for the Leopards. Couple of stabs at it before it's out of the danger area. That one stays in play. Possession change, and it's cleared to the back line and then booted back in. Israel Hoviter on the back line there. Mustangs won the header, but DeQueen get to clear. It was a good first touch from Litzy Hernandez that started this break here for DeQueen as they put a little bit of pressure on the back line of the Mustangs, but it will be a CAC throw deep in their own area here towards the corner on the far side. DeQueen unable to connect there as they try and ask more questions. Will that be a free kick? Yes. Illegal use of the body there. I believe that was Piper Clements trying to get around the defender there for the Mustangs. Whistled for the infraction. So DeQueen can try and boot the ball forward. Good header one and out of play. And we'll do it again with another throw here for the Leopards on the far side. Nice defensive work. So far, the Mustangs have passed every test, or this back line has passed every test thrown at them. Effort from well outside of the area blocked, but bouncing wildly into the area and now cleared. Kate Tuxhorn again. She's been just about everywhere for the Mustangs early on in this. Early ball, and now it's a battle of pace here between the center half and the Mustangs attacker, and a harsh collision there as it's cleared away. Bravely done there on the back line for DeQueen, who have grown into this game a little bit after the Mustangs pretty much dominated the attack 5 or so minutes through, 10 minutes through. Ball over the top, one bounce, and into the arms of the keeper for the Leopards. That one got away from Litzy Hernandez, but DeQueen get it back. Center half clears forward. Hernandez was the target, but stepping in were the Mustangs, and then a free kick issued to DeQueen. That was Austin Ward. Whistled for the foul there. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now at UAMS Health Ortho Now. They provide fast, convenient care for all your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care, all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-8674. That's 501-686-8674. As we continue along here in the first half of this first of 4 quarterfinals here at Joe T. Robinson High School in Little Rock. Just over 18 minutes left in this first half between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. Good flick header, but good defending from the Leopards as it's marched forward and worked for the Mustangs in the back line. That was a nice ball from Ward ahead and couldn't control it that time, the Mustang midfielder. That throw a good one, and it fools the left back for CAC. Maybe just a chance here for DeQueen to get something into the center. Good defending out of the midfield. Kate Tuxhorn again. Listed as a center back on the roster, more of a midfield role today, but has done plenty of defensive work. Tuxhorn, the number 6 for the Mustangs. Work to do defensively, and a free kick issued here on a handball. So really interesting place to try and take a free kick from, just outside of the 18. Centered up, really good opportunity here for the Leopards. Kind of cheaply given there. I think it was off of Austin Ward, just unfortunate one that got up on her and barely got the hand. So opportunity here for the Leopards to try and put something on net, test the net for the first time. Short run up, right-footed offering over the wall, gets a flick and not far from the back post, as the wall did its job by that much. They're able to keep things 0-0, and it'll be the first corner of the contest for the Leopards on the far side. See by the corner flag, wind died down now. It was blowing in the opposite direction of where this corner is headed into the area. Looks like a good ball towards the 6-yard box. Bodies in the mix. No whistle just yet. Still defending to do for CAC. DeQueen trying to get it back in, and that'll be out of play for a goal kick. So first real couple of chances there for the Leopards. First on the free kick that got over the wall, but got a flick and was deflected out of play. And then on their first corner, starting to ask more questions of this CAC back line. They're starting to hold a higher back line as well, as all 4 on the back line of DeQueen were playing past the midway point, and Mustangs know all about that, so they're going to send a ball over the top and try and get bodies forward, put some pressure on this Leopard back line as they clear to about the halfway point. Battle for possession on the near side. It was booted forward there, Tuxhorn. His last touch is on Tuxhorn, and it's whistled dead for a handball anyway. Free kick for DeQueen. See if they can get this substitute in now, or if they'd like to wait. Not sure. There's a little bit of communication between the coaching staff and the third official here on this near side, the linesman, but substitution still waiting at the halfway mark for the Leopards. Another free kick here for DeQueen, this one in the attacking half as they get bodies forward. 14 minutes here left in this first half. Still no score between Central Arkansas Christian and DeQueen. This big-time quarterfinal matchup, 13-3. Mustangs still trying to find a way through. Undefeated DeQueen Leopards. Oh, physical battle for possession, and a player down here for the Leopards as they take possession. And now back to her feet. Tuxhorn battling for the Mustangs. Last touch out on Kate Tuxhorn, so it'll be a Leopards throw. There's been quite the physical clash, particularly between the front 2 or 3 for the Mustangs in this center half pairing for DeQueen, who have had plenty of defending to do in this first half. They have done well in doing so. Quick to step up from the back line were the Leopards. They won possession momentarily. And that one is going to roll out a play on the far side for a throw for CAC. The substitute did come through for DeQueen. Stephanie Vieda coming up top. She is the lone striker for the Leopards. It's with the Mustangs here in the middle. Tuxhorn tried the first time ball on her strong left foot. But intervention made by DeQueen, and that'll be a throw for the Leopards. It was Litzy Hernandez who came off for Stephanie Vieda for DeQueen. Maybe an attack-minded substitution. Looked like a midfielder coming off for an attacker. Header one there for the Mustangs. Pressure on the back line, but too much on that attacking header, and the goalkeeper can claim. Right back there for DeQueen, trying to go on a run, and just that touch a little too heavy on this fast turf, and it runs away. Now it's with the Mustangs in the middle. Good bit of interplay, give and go, but then it breaks for now in the middle of the park. Early ball through. Wasn't a bad idea, but not on the same page. Midfield and strike partnership there for Central Arkansas Christian, and booted clear by the keeper. Defending to do for the back line for the Mustangs now. Trying to go far side, but that one was intervened. Blakely Aldridge, sophomore right back, will have the throw for the Mustangs after some nice defending. And they're going to get Paisley Arnett back in this game, CAC. That one cleared there. No nonsense defending from DeQueen. Or a couple of Mustangs threatening to win possession there. Chance to drive forward here for Central Arkansas Christian here on this near side. Trying to get free. Back line does well. Back in the middle. And given away. DeQueen want to break. But do they have numbers? They'll be forced to clear. And here is the substitute, Vieda, with her first chance as she tries to have a go at things. And good defensive work there, Austin Ward. The center half that was pushed forward looked more like a midfielder doing some defensive work there as the Leopards were trying to break. And the DeQueen faithful letting their voices be heard here at Joe T. Robinson in this quarterfinal. 9 or so minutes here left in the first half between the Mustangs and the Leopards. Been a physical clash so far. Nobody yet able to find that breakthrough. Ball on the far side, got some good backspin, but just going to trickle out of play there. Not a bad idea on the switch for the Mustangs, but just a little too heavy. That's DeQueen going to bring a substitution in here. Change of possession there. Work to be done on the back line. As Mustangs tried to bring it down in the area. Now it's with Tuxhorn. Good bit of dribbling there to get past one. Tries to whip one into the middle. Dealt with by the center half for DeQueen. Tuxhorn looking pretty gassed. DeQueen trying to break forward. Good work there from the substitute Vieta, and then out of play for a DeQueen throw. Leopards have had plenty of defending to do in this one, but they've grown into the game as well. Throw never came in play there, and so now it's with the Mustangs. And they'll try and advance back up the field, put a little bit of less pressure on their back line. Good turn there. That was Paisley Arnett for the Mustangs, but they lose possession. Great job of keeping that ball in play. Austin Ward, the left back, tried to find a teammate after all that. Wasn't able to do so. But some space for Central Arkansas Christian to drive forward, look for a through ball. It's a good one. Gets a first touch and just running away. And out of play for a goal kick. 6.5 left in this first half. When you think about total joint replacement, you should think of the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. This great facility has the best total joint surgeons in the state with doctors Lowry Barnes, Jeff Stombaugh, Ben Stronach, and Simon Mears. Why would you consider going anywhere else? People come to UAMS Health from around the country to have their joints replaced. You should too. Call 501-686-8674 to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674. Couple substitutions coming in from the Mustangs. Goal kick for DeQueen. As time ticks away in this first half of this first of 4 quarterfinal matchup. Possession momentarily given away there by DeQueen. They get it back here on the far side as they try and get things clear. It's a nice pass, and they have a couple of runners. Good turn and attempt there from the Leopards. Defended well by the Mustangs. This will be a throw-in for Blakely Aldridge to take on that far side for CAC. As they advance ever so slightly here on each throw. And then they'll cede possession. Heavy touch off the knee, and so it's with the Leopards. Good clearance off the back line. A few Leopards driving forward, but first to it was the defender for Central Arkansas Christian, and then a nice clearance coming through by Israel Hovater. It was Austin Ward, her center half duo, that had that initial clearance. They've passed every test so far. Early ball through and one to chase here for Clements. And the pace of Clements proving to be at least a little bit of a problem there as she put the pressure on the back line of DeQueen and the goalkeeper as well, who was off her line quickly and out to the edge of the 18 to gather. High bounce goes the way of the Mustangs. They can move forward now. Good ball ahead and a collision involving Paisley Arnett. DeQueen come away with it. Chance to switch this to the middle. It's a good idea on the ball, but again, Austin Ward first to it, and she's fouled, and it'll be a free kick for the Mustangs. If foot or ankle pain is slowing you down, it's time to visit the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for foot and ankle issues, from common problems to more serious conditions. They are here to get you back on your feet. Here's a good through ball and good work defensively. And by the goalkeeper for DeQueen. Chance to try and have a hit from outside of the area. Instead, the through ball was the goal, as it was defended well by the Leopards. 2.5 to go here in this first half. Good footwork from Kate Tuxhorn. She's been one of the more active players on either side so far. For the Mustangs, it's been great work from Tuxhorn, as well as the center half pairing of Hoviter and Austin Ward. As Tuxhorn boots that one towards the middle. It's flicked on. Gets a touch that is going to put a little more pressure on this DeQueen back line, and then it's cleared out of play. Throw here for Central Arkansas Christian, trying to find that opener here before the whistle. Tuxhorn dives in there, ends up losing possession on the second go of things. Ball ahead there. Target for DeQueen was Stephanie Vieta, who was in the mix on that collision, and it'll be a throw here for the Leopards, as their head coach provides the ball and urges his side forward. Defensive header made as the Leopards can move forward up the pitch here on this near flank. Another one, and unable to get out of the way there is a Leopard, and it's out of play, and it's a throw here for CAC. Tuxhorn tried the flick, didn't really get the connection that she would have liked, as that one gets a touch last off of a Leopard, and so Mustangs have a throw here. Under a minute left in this first half. Both sides have had chances. Mustangs have possessed more of the ball, I will have said, and they have asked more questions of the back line. DeQueen did have a few shots, though, one from a corner, and good opportunity from a set piece just outside of the area. It was probably the closest that either team has come to finding the back of the net. Margins as thin as they could be in these single elimination cup format here in the state tournament. It just takes one as the Leopards get it forward. As time dwindles away here, right about 10 seconds left here in the first half. Out of play. Whistle goes the way of the Mustangs, and that's going to conclude the first half here, this first of 4 quarterfinals at Joe T. Robinson. It has been a physical contest so far between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. Leopards trying to stay undefeated. Mustangs trying to move on to that semifinal. Couple of chances for either side. Mustangs have had more of the ball, but after 40, it's no score here at Joe T. Robinson High School. And we're going to look in live into Bauxite, the other match taking place right now, just before the first half.
Areas around the stadium, especially over by the concession stand, there is a QR code that you can scan. You can upload your pictures if you want to share with everyone here at the state tournament. Or you can just use that code to go out there and look at all the pictures from all the other teams and you can make your team that's been uploaded to the website. We will be getting back underway here shortly.
What, the live booking?
...801 Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us a it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
...801 Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
...801 Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
(801) Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us a it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
(801) Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
Welcome back to the 4A Arkansas State Soccer Quarterfinals on the Natural State Sports Network, presented by UAMS Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. We are scoreless here at Joe T. Robinson's high school campus out in West Little Rock, here in the capital city, right in the heart of Arkansas, between Central Arkansas Christian and DeQueen. Undefeated DeQueen team meeting a 13-3 Central Arkansas Christian team as the Mustangs and the Leopards continue to duke it out here. They'll have 40 minutes and potentially more to decide things in this first of 4 quarterfinals here at Joe T. Robinson today. As it looks like DeQueen will be set to kick us off. They're in the black and yellow striped kit, moving right to left here in this second half. Central Arkansas Christian in the all-white kit, moving left to right. CAC maintained more of the ball and probably asked more questions of the back line of DeQueen, but the Leopards had a few chances themselves. The main one came from just outside of the area on a set piece, a free kick that just whizzed by the back post off of a deflection off of the wall. So both teams threatening with a couple of scoring chances. Nobody has come through with a breakthrough just yet as we get underway here in this second half.
Ball goes out for a Lady Mustang throw-in.
Lots of traveling support for DeQueen. They've got essentially a back-to-back with the boys team set to face off against Dardanelle at the end of this one,
Mustang throw-in.
as it'll be a Mustang throw here on this near side. Blakely Aldridge took the throw, is given up, and then back with the Mustangs and calmed down by their center defensive midfielder today, Kate Tuxhorn. More defending on this near side to do for DeQueen.
Throwing for Leopards.
That was the center half there, helping out to win a throw for the Leopards as they try and clear it up the pitch. 50-50 battle for possession here. High hop off the fast turf on this Joe T. Robinson field. And last touch on Blakely Aldridge. As it goes out of play here, another DeQueen throw.
This time it'll be a Mustang throw-in.
Last touch on a Leopard there, and so possession switches, and it's another throw for Aldridge, playing right back today for Central Arkansas Christian. It's like a 4-3-3. This one trickles through the Tuxhorn. There's a great through ball through, and Piper Clements offside as it's whistled down. Wouldn't mind running that back and just checking on where Clements was. It looked to me like she might have timed that run perfectly, but maybe just beyond the back line when that ball was played. Whistle going against the Mustangs. CAC, though, that was about as big as a gap we've seen in the DeQueen back line right there that the Mustangs were able to at least try and exploit. Brave clearance from Israel Hoviter, and then booted clear to the middle of the park. Clements was battling for that. It's good work by the center half just to shepherd her away from the ball.
Ball goes out for a Lady Leopard throw-in.
Leopard throw on the far side. High throw, brought down well, but too heavy of a touch. Nobody able to get a hold on possession, and then it's booted clear by Hoviter again. Addison Mosley was battling for it. Cleared by DeQueen. Chance to keep this in, and just out of play on this near side.
For a Mustang throw-in.
And some instruction there from the DeQueen head coach to Vianney Dominguez here on this near side. It'll be a throw for CAC. Paisley Arnett was in the mix. Cleared away. Not far, though. Still work to do by these midfielders for DeQueen as they get pushed further into their own area, but
Handball results in a free
relief coming in form of the whistle after a handball. Chance for the back line to boot this clear. That's what takes place. Leopards in possession. Physical battle. Blakely Aldridge wins out. Good work again. This back line from DeQueen has had work to do, but has not missed a step so far as things remain at 0-0. Handball there from a DeQueen attacker, and so it'll be a free kick for Central Arkansas Christian and Kate Tuxhorn. Cleared initially off the back line. A battle in the middle of the park. Tuxhorn got her left to that and is cleared again. Header won emphatically by the Mustangs, and now it's along this near side with Aldridge. Her touch gets out of play. Unable to connect there with Addison Mosley. So it's a DeQueen throw here. So it was all Mustangs in the first 5 or 10 minutes, really owning the ball, and was probably their best spell. Since then, DeQueen has grown into the game a little bit, and nobody has a clear stranglehold on it, although the Mustangs have possessed more of the ball. Giveaway there, though, and work to be done here defensively, and then no-nonsense defending as that one's booted out of play by one of the captains of this CAC team along that back line. Heavy touch there from Paisley Arnett. Chance for the striker. Piper Clements got a touch to that and then wheels around, makes herself an option. Long ball would have been dangerous had it gotten through. Nice intervention there for DeQueen as they boot it forward. Try and put some pressure here on CAC. As that one rolls out of play, it'll be a Mustang throw on the far side. That one jumps one Leopard and then forces the clearance out of the center half. Cleared off the back line towards the middle of the park. That one going to go out of play. Last touch on a Mustang, and it'll be a DeQueen throw. Just a momentary chance there for Litzy Hernandez to try and drive at the back line of Central Arkansas Christian, but she can't bring it under her spell. Neither side with much sustained possession so far in the second half, as that ball kept in play by DeQueen as they can continue things on that far side. Good work defensively, though, as Austin Ward was able to get around that ball, the center back for Central Arkansas Christian, and clear it a ways away from the 18 and eventually earn a throw for CAC. Okay, Tuxhorn calming things down again, getting it to the back line. There's a good ball from Israel Hoviter forward for Addison Mosley, driving ahead with Clements, but DeQueen sturdy defensively again, and they clear only as far as Tuxhorn. Trying to find Clements. Header one, but more defending to do here for DeQueen as it's booted out of play. Good decision by the left back for the Leopards, buying her side a little bit of time so that they can get back in shape. Physical battle in the middle. CAC come away with the ball. Great first touch, and what a turn from Austin Ward, but then she loses it. Back with CAC. Tuxhorn able to get it back into the middle. Target there was Mosley, but Leopards in the way again. There's a good outlet as they try and break. Want the give and go. Battle of pace here, and it's defended by Central Arkansas Christian, but that was better combination in the middle of the park from the Leopards. As they continue to look for a way forward. That's a good ball. Tried to find a player here on this near side. They had a little bit of a numbers advantage, the Leopards, but Mustangs get in the way of it. It's brought down in the middle. Great switch. First touch was heavy. Battle in the middle now. 50-51 out by the Leopards, and now they can stare at the back line of the Mustangs and drive ahead, but not before. A crucial intervention and a physical one at that And then free kick. I think it was the linesman that made the call. That was Austin Ward trying to get back in position, getting too much of Litzy Hernandez there. Oh no, it'll just be a throw on the far side for DeQueen. Clean challenge from Ward. Leopard's starting to pinch the Mustangs a little bit in their own half, but they get clear on a couple of good balls and they get it forward towards Piper Clements. Keeper thought about coming off her line. She'll stay back, but Clements just not going to be able to catch up to this. And that'll be a throw-in for DeQueen deep in their own corner. Some complaints from the coaching staff of Central Arkansas Christian as to where that throw should have been taken. It looked like the ball had gone out of play just next to that corner flag, and throw was taken maybe 5 or 10 yards up the pitch, and complaints to no avail as we march on. Just under a half hour remaining here in the second half of this first quarterfinal. Clearance made by the Leopards. Up ahead to Hernandez. Touch got away from her. Able to put the pressure on, though, as it's still with DeQueen. That's a good ball to the far side. And a great return as well. Heavy touch, still in the mix. Now it's on the back line and then cleared. Good defending there. It had to be from Israel Hoviter, but it's right back in the mix. DeQueen with their best bit of an attacking spell here so far in this one. Chance to whip one into the center. That's a good ball. Well defended. Leopards have come alive here in the second half, and they've traveled well as their supporters cheer them on. And the first of this back-to-back for DeQueen, with the boys set to get underway after this. CAC trying to alleviate some of that pressure. It'll be a throw for the Mustangs here deep in their own half. Pace of play has just kicked up a notch. They find Clements, not offside because she was in her own half. That's how high of a line that DeQueen are playing. And this one falls nicely for Clements. Could be through on goal. Tries to go to her left. Good goalkeeping. Quick off of her line was the keeper. And you got to give credit to the right back as well for DeQueen. Could have been the center back. I think it was the right back, though, who got back and just shepherded Piper Clements off of that chance just enough to get her keeper the time to get off the line. But you see what comes with DeQueen holding a higher line in the second half is it's a little bit riskier. They can be caught out on that through ball or that early ball over the top. And they look to be caught out there before some great last-ditch defending and goalkeeping kept things level. This one rolling towards the corner, and it's going to roll all the way out for a throw. DeQueen unable to clear as of yet. It's into the middle. It fell nicely for Clements, but her first touch was heavy and into the arms of the keeper. Mustangs, a couple of golden opportunities here in this second half to find that opener. Goal kick kept in play. Litzy Hernandez wanting the return, unable to get it just yet. DeQueen wanting a handball, not going to get it. Collision in the middle, no whistle. As a Leopard stays down, and a couple Leopards down now. I think one just needing to tie her shoe on that far side, and then striker in a little bit of pain. Keeper boots it clear. Still work to be done here for DeQueen. Headed clearance. Back over the top. It looks like Austin Ward for Central Arkansas Christian has really stepped into more of a midfielder role, and they've moved Kate Tuxhorn back to center back. So looks like Ward and Tuxhorn have just kind of switched spots for CAC. Ball towards Clemens. She's onside. Can't control it, though. Space in the middle here for DeQueen. That's a good ball. Got overlapping numbers. Through ball on this near side is a good one, but well defended. Israel Hoviter has been busy in this second half. She's passed every test. Good work on the back line for the Leopards. Looked like there might have been a chance there for Addison Mosley had she been able to break through, but Leopards holding strong, both sides with some great work defensively on their back lines. This has been an end-to-end second half. Battle in the middle. Ward wins out before giving it to the Leopards. Good outlet pass and a clearance made. Booted back by Tuxhorn. Trying to provide constant pressure are the Mustangs. Collision. Whistle dead. As the head coach for DeQueen, a little bit disappointed that the advantage wasn't played there. It looked like the Leopards had bodies forward and clear possession, but whistle dead for the free kick. That one squeaks through the midfield and still with the Leopards here. Battle for possession. A couple of Mustangs went out. Heavy touch, though. And play called dead here. And it's the same player that was down a few minutes ago for DeQueen, just with a lingering knock. Not sure if it's a free kick whistled or just a stoppage for an injury, but looks like DeQueen readying a substitution here. They may be forced to make a sub. And they do. Clock back on, 23 to go here in this second half. Still no score between the Mustangs and the Leopards. Physical clash there in the middle. Might break free. But good job tracking back as DeQueen able to get in the way of that break. Looked like it might have been an opportunity there for the Mustangs, but not to be. Defending to do for CAC, and they get it clear. Oh, nice job keeping that one in play. Addison Mosley did well and then got it central. CAC trying to find that switch. Middle of the park here with Kate Tuxhorn. She can switch it. She does. Great ball forward, but just runs out of play. Last touch was on a Leopard, though, so Mustangs will have a throw in here in an attacking position. Substitution made for Central Arkansas Christian. Heavy touch there from Tuxhorn. One of the rare missteps we've seen from her. She's been everywhere today. Defensive work to do. Blakely Aldridge clears. Battle in the middle. Poked forward. Heavy touch as it's given away by CAC, and then that ball out wide with Mosley as the target. Runs out of play. work pressing from DeQueen and may have an opportunity here. Heavy touch in the middle. No whistle on a heavy challenge as CAC forced to just clear on that far side with DeQueen having numbers in the midfield. And now we have our first booking, and it's not a player on the pitch, but it's the head coach, I believe, of Central Arkansas Christian, who enters the book and takes a seat on the bench upon doing so. It has been a vocal bench throughout the match, and first official finally getting enough for it to warrant a yellow. Here come DeQueen. All over the top, work to be done defensively on the back line. Chance here for DeQueen, and just unable to keep that one down as the opportunity fell on the right there on the edge of the area. Pretty good chance for the Leopards, one of the better chances they've had all morning. But half volley soars and we remain scoreless. $20 minutes to go here in regulation. Giveaway, chance for DeQueen, but it's pounced upon. Good defensive work. Austin Ward with the intervention there. Mustang's going to try and break, and all of a sudden they've got numbers. 2-on-1 moving forward, needs a clearance, gets a clearance. Leopards still not completely out of trouble, but good work by their right back, and they're able to win a throw. Switches possession on the far side. It's a Mustangs throw now, right about the midway point, as Paisley Arnett is back on for the Mustangs. Substitution made here with just over 19 remaining in this second half. If 80 minutes not enough to decide, then 2 10-minute extra time periods and then penalty kicks, and extra time will be golden goal. Always nice to see extra time in this cup format as that one gets through to the middle. Mustangs trying to wheel it around. That's a good pass to Paisley Arnett, who has space for a shot. Gets a great save. Chance for a rebound here. Job not done yet, and now it's into the arms. That's a terrific save by the goalkeeper for DeQueen. Able to keep this game scoreless. A great effort from Paisley Arnett just outside of the area. And it forced a diving, sprawling save. Best chance of the game so far for either side. Well-timed dive keeps things level. Ball forward for DeQueen. Forced Austin Ward to play it out of play, and it'll be a Leopard throw. Throw in taken quickly, defended by Kate Tuxhorn and cleared. Mustangs in the middle give up possession, and that challenge a little too late, a little too heavy. Free kick for the Leopards. Boy, what a great save that was from the goalkeeper for DeQueen, able to keep this game scoreless. That one looked destined to nestle itself in the back of the net there on that back post. It's with the Leopards on the far side, a little bit of space, looking to get things forward. But intervened by a Mustang. Two Leopards converge there. Not a lot of space for Addison Mosley to try and do anything by herself. Leopards combining nicely here on this near side. They get it cleared and up to their striker. Unable to bring that one out of the sky was Litzy Hernandez, and now it's with the Mustangs. That one just able to roll through to Kate Tuxhorn. She's looking for an option forward. Just unable to wrap her left foot around that and keep it in play. On out of play, it'll be a throw for DeQueen right at the halfway mark. Just over a quarter hour remaining, 16 minutes or so remaining in this second half. 2 10-minute extra time golden goal periods if necessary, and then penalty kicks after that to decide this quarterfinal. DeQueen, as they did in the first half, have grown into the second half. But neither side in total control of this one. Could go either way here as we enter the latter stages. That one rolls out of play. It'll be a Mustang throw far side as they ready up a few substitutions. They continue to go to their bench. And then substitution as well for DeQueen as Stephanie Vieda is back on. She comes in place of Litzy Hernandez for the Leopards. Another chance to thank our presenting sponsor, UAMS. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now at UAMS Health. Ortho Now, they provide fast, convenient care for all your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-8674. That one runs out of play. It'll be a DeQueen goal kick here. 14 and change remaining in this second half. Both sides have had good opportunities to find their opener, but neither have been able to capitalize. The latest one coming a few minutes ago for Central Arkansas Christian. Real chance that Piper Clements had was through on goal momentarily before DeQueen got their back line back, and their goalkeeper rushed off of her line to take away a goal-scoring opportunity. Leopards had a good chance in the first half by way of a free kick just outside of the box that took a deflection off of the wall and just missed the back post. Also, Paisley Arnett just moments ago for Central Arkansas Christian in the second half was through on goal with a great chance from inside the area and forced a diving, sprawling save out of the DeQueen's goalkeeper. There's a clean challenge, a harsh one from Stephanie Vieda, and look, DeQueen can break now as they have it in the middle of the park. Tried the return on the far side, but getting in the way of that was the back line for the Mustangs. DeQueen have continued to grow into this game, though, and possess the ball a little bit more in the attacking third, as that one's out of play. And it'll be a throw here for the Leopards. Leopards back to net, trying to turn on that far side and looking for a option, but nobody making a run. Wasn't a bad idea on that through ball. Instead, it'll be a goal kick here for Central Arkansas Christian. 12 minutes or so remaining in this one. See another substitution as they switch things up on the back line, the Mustangs. Goal kick for CAC as it's booted forward. And last touch on DeQueen. 12 minutes left before potentially 2 10-minute extra time periods of golden goal, and then Even spot kicks could be the decider in this first quarterfinal of 4 here at Joe T. Robinson High School. It's with the back line for DeQueen, booted forward, brought down, kept in play. And Leopards can clear again. There's a great ball to the middle, and look at the space. The target there was Stephanie Vieta, but it just ran away from her and out of play. The Queens certainly spending more time around this defensive 18-yard box for Central Arkansas Christian in this second half as compared to the first. Slight collision there, no free kick. As battles for possession. This one's going to roll all the way through to Piper Clemens. She tried to turn but wasn't able to do so. She had a runner. As you see, DeQueen are starting to play a little more risky on their back line. They're holding a higher line, putting more bodies forward. Here come the Leopards again. Far side, chance to cross. Got a couple of deflections and then a nice clearance made by Paisley Arnett. Almost able to get through, but instead Blakely Aldridge with a good intervention there. It is out of play for a DeQueen throw, but it could have been worse had Aldridge not gotten a touch to that. Throw in taken by the Leopards. Chance to whip a cross in, gets a flick on. Another, and into the 6-yard box. Still with the Leopards in the area, get it central. Chance for the Leopards, bodies on top of the ball, and now play whistle dead. And it goes against DeQueen. Leopards certainly starting to provide more pressure on this Central Arkansas Christian back line. They have had more to do here in the last 10 or 15 minutes than the rest of the game. There's a header through, one to chase for Piper Clements. This is just a test of pace for that back line for DeQueen, and one that they pass brilliantly. Great work again. There have been a couple of times where, and don't have access to the whole of the numbers on this roster, but that number 4, their right back for DeQueen, has been terrific in those one-on-one scenarios. Has been forced to match Piper Clements for pace and has been able to do so far. Clements, good touch there, back to Kate Tuxhorn, who's back from the back line into the middle of the park. She's switched back with Austin Ward, so Ward is back in that center back spot, and Kate Tuxhorn back in the midfield role, trying to get more advanced. She started the game as more of a central defensive midfielder, but has really moved more into the attack here as there's 8.5 minutes left in the second half. DeQueen trying to clear their lines, not just able to do so, as in the mix for it is Paisley Arnett. Still work to be done defensively for the Leopards, and it's just booted out of play on the far side. Tuxhorn lost her footing, painful one as she stays down. DeQueen can try and break. Ball towards that far side. How much do you have left in the tank? And it just rolls out of play in favor of Central Arkansas Christian as Kate Tuxhorn continues to feel that fall that she took moments ago.
Another Mustang going.
.50 ball. Tuxhorn wins out, but then runs out of room on the far side. Throw for DeQueen.
Handball results in a
Handball going against the Mustangs. Free kick in their own half for DeQueen here. Under 7 minutes now remaining in the second half of this first of 4 quarterfinals here at the high school campus of Joe T. Robinson out in West Little Rock. That one booted forward here. Pressure on the Mustangs' back line as there has been throughout this second half. DeQueen have continued to grow into the game. Kept in play by the Mustangs on the far side. And now eventually it rolls out for a DeQueen throw. And they'll make a substitution as well.
Substitution for the Leopards, number 19 in the match.
Their midfielder there, number 5, coming off. She had looked absolutely gassed in the last few minutes, so she makes way as the substitution's coming in for DeQueen. They ready another one as well. Leopards with the throw. Trying to advance up that right flank. They get it through to Vieta. Trying to put some more pressure on, and that one rolled all the way through to the 6-yard box. And there were a couple of runners there for DeQueen that were in the vicinity, but gathered nicely by the goalkeeper. Good step off the back line for DeQueen. They have pressured Central Arkansas Christian in the second half very well. They've done a good job of holding a high back line. They haven't got burnt on those balls over the top or those early through balls. They haven't looked all that exposed. And they've managed to pinch the Mustangs a little bit. Oh, but here's a situation that could get dangerous as Clements driving forward, wants to have a hit on her left. Good save there as the keeper. Little bobble, but able to get her body in front of it. And no scraps for attackers to feed off of. Tuxhorn wins a header here for CAC. Clements brings it out of the sky before it's defended well there on the back line for DeQueen. Under 5 to go here in the second half. Both teams trying to find that breakthrough, that opener. But at this stage, the opener could be the dagger. Another clearance off the back line. As the switch bounces there over the head of Blakely Aldridge and out of play. No touch by the Leopards, and so it'll be a throw for DeQueen. Another substitution for DeQueen as they try and get fresh legs on. Work to be done by the center half duo. Clements with the physicality, beating another defender. Chance for Clements on the left, and goalkeeper was positioned well. And now play whistle dead as a Leopard has stayed down here in a lot of pain on this near side after that collision with Central Arkansas Christian striker Piper Clements. It's the center half for DeQueen that has felt the most of that challenge. Continues limping a little bit as she gets back to her feet. It's been a great performance by the center back duo for DeQueen, able to pass every test so far, clean sheet so far. It's booted clear. Vieta was the target, but bounced a couple of times. High boot there, no whistle. Advantage played. And now it's back with the Mustangs and cleared away emphatically off the back line there by the Leopards. And driving forward there was Vieta, but it's good work defensively from Israel Hoviter. Good ball there back to the back line for DeQueen to alleviate some pressure and get a chipped ball over the top. Chance to hit one first time. Block made by the Mustangs, but still some defending to do for the Mustangs. That one rolls through all the way to Hoviter, who clears. That one sneaks through, but only for the moment. Nice work by number 17 for DeQueen, able to clear that and get rid of the chance for the time being. Charging forward. Oh, before a real collision there, Kate Tuxhorn for the Mustangs. Good sportsmanship after that challenge. No whistle, no free kick. It'll be a throw-in, I believe. Under 2 minutes here in this second half. This first of 4 quarterfinals. Looks like this one may just be destined, if nobody can find that opener, for at least a little bit of extra time. Backline stands tall for DeQueen. They'll try and break here as they get bodies forward. Mustang was in the way before it's booted again. Free kick there as Kate Tuxhorn with a good first touch to bring that one under her spell before she was brought down. And just about right in the center circle, a chance here for Tuxhorn and the Mustangs to knock one forward. High line being held by DeQueen. Ball over the top. Chances. Bodies forward and just able to get to it first was the goalkeeper for DeQueen. That was a great ball from Tuxhorn that was asking a lot of questions of the back line for the Leopards. And Tuxhorn rising to win a header as both players stay down. That was a harsh challenge, a clean one as Tuxhorn was able to win that header, but both players have come off struggling as the DeQueen players stayed down. And now the trainer and the head coach on the pitch for DeQueen. And now a yellow card issued to the head coach for DeQueen. So each coach is now in the book here in this scoreless quarterfinal. Clock has stopped with just under 30 seconds to play as there's some attention now on the injured player for DeQueen. The DeQueen head coach arguing that he came out there to check on the status of his player. But I think he had some words for the first official there as that harsh challenge did not lead to a whistle. And so upon those complaints, head coach has entered the book. See most players on the pitch using this as an opportunity to either get water or just take a seat. Both teams absolutely gassed. Of course, these state tournaments are brutal in terms of back-to-backs, the wear on your body to go into a deep run in one of these high school tournaments is tremendous. You don't typically see in most other competitions, especially when you get up to the high school level. You see maybe 2 or 3 games a week, but the back-to-back's absolutely grueling on the body. May see extra time here. Is great to see a couple of years ago the change, at least at the college level, that regular season games no longer going into extra time at the college level, and that draws are much more common, which is just a good decision in terms of injury management and trying to limit those injuries associated with playing such long contests on back-to-back days. But time crunch for tournaments such as this, and so everybody knows the harsh schedule and what's at stake in a weekend's worth of play. So still getting some attention is the midfielder for the Leopards. And she's remained down, and Mustangs talking strategy on the far side. Just under 30 seconds to go here for this second half. It looks like extra time inevitable. 2 10-minute periods of extra time, but it is golden goal. So if someone were to score in that extra time period, it would end the game on the spot and send the victorious team through to the semifinal. Both sides continuing to use this stoppage as a preliminary full-time whistle with just 28 seconds left to go as the Queen stretches things out here on this near side and the Mustangs get some water on the far side. Good sign for DeQueen as the injured player able to get back to her feet after a long stoppage. Never what you want to see. The extended injury timeout here. It's great to see the injured Leopard at least able to get back to the bench on her feet with minimal assistance. It was actually the attacker, Stephanie Vieda, the injured player for DeQueen, who came off the bench in both halves. Be a drop ball here on the back line, and it will be contested. They're up front. And we resume here. Mustangs looking for that opener. Breaks through here to DeQueen. Battle for possession, and Mustangs win out. 10 seconds left. No whistle in the middle. Play goes on. As the clock dwindles down, it's a good through ball, but no time for it. As there is the horn, 80 minutes, not enough to separate Central Arkansas Christian and DeQueen here in the first quarterfinal of 4. And so we will go to golden goal extra time here at Joe T. Robinson High School to decide things on this opening clash. And so we will step aside momentarily, little break here, and then 2 10-minute periods of golden goal extra time between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian in this 4A soccer quarterfinal here in Little Rock.
.801 Cottage Drive, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. It is a beautiful hospital that I think was one of the big draws for me to actually start my practice here.
Right.
And if you're an art connoisseur, there's, I believe, over 100 pieces of art by local Arkansans. So it's just a beautiful building and a nice setting to have your care.
So give us a it's on the campus of UAMS, right?
Right.
If you're thinking broadly. And the hours there, as you mentioned, are fantastic. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturdays too.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Now, thanks to UAMS Health, I am dancing through life.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
Welcome back to the 4A State Soccer Quarterfinals here, the first of 4 here at Joe T. Robinson High School today out in West Little Rock here in the capital city, right in the heart of Arkansas. It's a good one so far here between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. 80 minutes, not enough to decide, and so we will go to extra time. Another chance to thank our presenting sponsor, UAMS. When you think about total joint replacement, you should think of the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. This great facility is the best total joint surgeons in the state with doctors Lowry Barnes, Jeff Stambaugh, Ben Stronach, and Simon Mears. Why would you consider going anywhere else? People come to UAMS Health from all around the country to have their joints replaced. You should too. Call 501-686-8674 to schedule your appointment today. That's 501-686-8674. And so DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian in pursuit of the game winner, 2 of the most exciting words in soccer, golden goal, this rare format that we see every now and again. The walk-off, so to speak. There will be 2 10-minute periods of extra time, but upon the scoring of the first goal, if there is one, then the game will end at that site. If 20 minutes not enough to decide, then we will head to spot kicks, best of 5 penalty kicks. And what has been a thrilling matchup so far, a physical clash. We've seen lots of physicality, a lot of good defensive work from each back line, good pace from DeQueen as they've been able to hold Central Arkansas Christian scoreless so far. Mustangs have looked in a a little bit more control throughout the game. They possessed much more of the ball than the Leopards did in the first half. DeQueen, got to give them credit, though. They've grown into the game quite a bit. And there have been a few clear-cut chances for either side. DeQueen's best chance of the game came in the first half on a free kick just outside of the 18 that took a nasty deflection off of the wall for Central Arkansas Christian and just went past the back post. I mean, by a matter of inches, DeQueen weren't able to find that opener in the first half. And then the Mustangs had quite a few chances of their own. CAC's best opportunity came in that second half when they were driving forward. It was Paisley Arnett with an effort from outside of the 18. And it drew a great sprawling diving stop out of the goalkeeper for DeQueen. And so some clear-cut chances and some good ones for either side, but no score through 80 minutes. And we'll see if 20 more will be enough to decide things or whether we'll be forced into spot kicks here in the first of 4 quarterfinal matchups here at Joe T. Robinson High School on a Friday morning, entering the afternoon soon to be. That is going to only get hotter and hotter out here. Another humid day here in Central Arkansas. As we get underway, DeQueen in the black and yellow kit, Central Arkansas Christian in the white. And we are underway in extra time. Golden goal in effect. First goal will end things here if we're able to see one in the next 20 minutes. Transfer to Queen to break forward instantly. Clearance made. Will this be a throw or a corner going towards the flag? Off the flag and out of play for a corner kick by the thinnest of margins. Leopards have a corner and they can get bodies forward and whip one into the area. In swinger with the right, front post, dealt with initially. DeQueen can try and whip another one in, and block made once more. CAC have changed their goalkeeper. They've got a bibbed player in net here in this extra time period. Mustangs perhaps looking forward to spot kicks with that decision. Not too sure there as Paisley Arnett. This one's going to break for her. A great first touch to get back central and fire it forward. Piper Clements on the rush. Goalkeeper out of her, or off of her line and right to the edge of the 18 and just able to pluck that one away from Clements, who had outpaced the back line of DeQueen that time and was looking threatening. Out of play, last touch on the right back for DeQueen, so throw in here for the Mustangs. Great ball central for Clements. She's unable to bring it into her spell. Nobody jumps on it, though, and eventually it's cleared by DeQueen, at least to the middle of the park, and then cleared. It's with the Leopards on the far side. Booted forward. Not completely out, though. And that one runs out of play. It'll be a Mustangs throw on the far side. Defensive work to be done here for DeQueen. Not out yet, and now out of play, and a throw. Mustangs have dominated possession here in the first 3 minutes of the 10 minutes of this first half of this golden goal extra time. Oh, great turn there. Chance to hit one. Clements can't bring it under his spell. Near side, and it's just going to run out of play there. Opportunity came from Addison Mosley, who had a nice turn there in the middle, but nothing doing for the Mustangs so far. Rolled back to the center half and then cleared from DeQueen. Header from Blakely Aldridge. Aldridge with some more work to do and then gets it out of play. There were a few Leopards threatening there. So good defensive work from Aldrich. Battle for possession in the middle of the park. 2 number 12s going after it. Ball brought down, nice dribbling as Kate Tuxhorn able to beat a couple, get it forward, but just in an offside position that time was Addison Mosley, who was just a step to the wrong side there of the back line of DeQueen, and so it's whistled dead. Third official was on that quickly here as we're under 6 minutes to go here in this first of potentially 2 10-minute extra time periods with the golden goal in effect. Free kick taken. DeQueen trying to bring it down in the middle. Booted to this near side, and it's going to run out of room as the Leopards unable to maintain possession there. Some work to do defensively. Here's Mosley. Running on for CAC, cuts it back, tries to get it back central, able to do so. DeQueen trying to clear, and they do, as Kate Tuxhorn was looking increasingly threatening there, as Tuxhorn will have to go back and will eventually just let that one run out of play. It'll be a throw for the Mustangs. Mustangs trying to take down the undefeated DeQueen Leopards. 18 wins, 1 draw, no losses. Of course, CAC with a great year themselves, 13-3. As that one rolls out of play for a DeQueen throw. Lots of space now in the middle of the park for DeQueen. That one booted forward. Chance here, but look at the defensive intervention there. Good work. Israel Hoviter has been sharp as a center half for the Mustangs today. That one booted forward. Clements can chase this, but that one's going to roll all the way through to the keeper, who was off of her line and at the edge of the 18. Rolled on this near side with the left back for DeQueen. Up ahead into the midfield, and then out of play for a Leopard throw. 3.5 to go in this first half of extra time. Golden goal in effect. Ball ahead centrally for DeQueen. Leopards looking to break here. Heavy touch, though, as the Mustangs jump onto it. DeQueen asking more questions of the Mustangs back line here than they did in the first couple minutes of this extra time period. That one booted out of play. It'll be a throw for CAC, taken quickly. Up ahead towards Piper Clements. Clements can chase. Work to be done, and the goalkeeper in the right spot and quickly off of her line. There have been 4 or 6 chances just like that for Clements where she's been the threatening Mustang, and it's just rolled away from her into the arms of the keeper. Quick step off of the back line from Israel Hoviter to step up and clear that. Last touch there on Paisley Arnett. Now to play for a DeQueen throw on this near side. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half of extra time. Kept in on this near side. It gets central. Tuxhorn battling for possession for the Mustangs. Still in the mix. Middle of the park. DeQueen went out, and they can run forward. Ball ahead into the attack. Chance to turn for Litzy Hernandez. She gets tangled up with Kate Tuxhorn. Chance for a switch. Header one initially. That was Austin Ward, but still a chance maybe for DeQueen, and Ward able to get over to that and follow up the play. Good work from Austin Ward, who's played on the back line today as a center half. She's stepped into the midfield and swapped places with Tuxhorn at times. And that one out of play. That'll be a corner kick for DeQueen with just over a minute remaining here in the first half of this extra time period. We've got 4 Leopards inside the 18-yard box, 2 just on the edge. It'll be a right-footed out-swinging corner set to take place. Gets good lift on it. Header is in, and a great save coming through. That's the substitute goalkeeper for the Mustangs. Not sure if they suffered an injury in net but it's an outfield player with a bib on for Central Arkansas Christian that was just forced to make a crucial intervention as that header looked destined for that front post. We'll do it again. Similar ball, another chance for DeQueen, and that'll end up as a goal kick as that one out of play along the front post side. So good goalkeeping. That was one of the better chances for DeQueen all morning. And it looks like it'll be just about the last chance for either side in this first 10 minutes of 2 10-minute golden goal extra time periods. Oh, look, the Mustangs are just about through on goal here, and the horn gonna blow and time gonna expire as through on goal was Addison Mosley. And the Mustangs can't believe it, but they've just run out of time here in this first period. So one more 10-minute extra time period, second half of extra time set to get underway. And if that not enough time to decide things, then we'll move along to spot kicks in this first quarterfinal of 4 as Central Arkansas Christian and DeQueen have gone 90 minutes now, still scoreless. Another big thanks to the presenting sponsor, UAMS. If foot or ankle pain is slowing you down, it's time to visit the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for foot and ankle issues. From common problems to more serious conditions, they are here to get you back on your feet. Call Ortho at 501-686-8674 to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. As we continue our coverage here on the Natural State Sports Network, the 4A Arkansas State Soccer quarterfinals here at Joe T. Robinson High School in West Little Rock, right in the heart of Arkansas. DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. Nobody able to find the opener just yet through 90 minutes. It's been a physical clash. Both goalkeepers have been forced into some great saves so far, but either side able to find that opener, and we'll have the second half of extra time coming up, 10 minutes to try and decide things. Golden goal is in effect. First goal would end things if we see one, and if not, spot kicks, best of 5, set to take place directly after the conclusion of the second half of extra time. That's a back-to-back for DeQueen, because after this, see a boys quarterfinal, DeQueen against Dardanelle, set to take place after the conclusion of this. That'll be a good one, a rematch of the 2023 final, as both sides taking the pitch for one more time here, second half of this 20-minute extra period. 10 left to try and decide things before spot kicks. DeQueen look like they'll be without Stephanie Vieta. You saw her go down with that injury in the second half. She came on in both periods for a pretty extensive spell. Looks like they'll be without her. Majority of the good chances for Central Arkansas Christian, at least in the second half and in that extra time period, going the way of Piper Clements. But as she kicks us off, she just hasn't been able to find that opener. Also, there was a great chance that came through for Paisley Arnett in that second half, but with nothing doing in the end. And so 10 more minutes to try and decide things here at Joe T. Robinson High School between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. That one out of play. It'll be a leopard throw on the far side, right by the Mustangs bench. Turn around and a ball towards the middle of the area, and it was a dangerous one and still defensive work to do, and now it'll roll out for a corner here. Another corner for DeQueen. Their best chance of that first half of extra time came on a corner on the other side of the pitch that forced a great save on the front post out of the goalkeeper, the substitute goalkeeper for Central Arkansas Christian. And so it'll be an in-swinger here with the right. 4 bodies for DeQueen inside the area. That's a good lifted cross. Gets a flick, still in the area. More defending to do for the Mustangs. And coming out of the midfield, Kate Tuxhorn there did a great job to get the body in front of that, and she's going to clear it herself. DeQueen try and lift it back in. Header 1, but straight out of play. And so it'll be another throw here for the Leopards. Heavy touch in the middle. Neither team able to bring it down. Tuxhorn boots it. And out of play here on this near side. Near side throw for the Leopards. Did that stay in play? It did. And now a chance to break. Cross towards the middle. Good switch, but runners just a little bit behind for the Leopards as the clearance initially made by Blakely Aldridge. DeQueen with a chance to make something happen here. They have it centrally moving forward, and Tuxhorn able to do enough to get in the way there. And now Austin Ward with a good clearance. The center half moving all the way here to this near side, this left side, to help her left back out and then move it clear. Right about 7.5 to go in this one before spot kicks, if necessary, may just be the decider between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. And that's going to be a free kick, one of the few, maybe the first misstep from Israel Hoviter all morning and into the afternoon now as we get past noon. But Hoviter, they're going through the back of a Leopard there, and so that'll be a free kick. Looks like a 3-member wall for the Mustangs. DeQueen spreading out and trying to find options. Lifted over the wall into the area. Opportunity as a clash and still in the area. DeQueen have numbers. Can they bring it down and have a hit on net here? Pinball in the 6-yard box and then now cleared. A real opportunity there for the Leopards, but the Mustangs stand tall in the end and keep their season alive. 6.5 left in the second 10-minute period of extra time. Battle for a header, won by DeQueen, but out of play. Piper Clements on the chase. Her header is going to go just far out of her reach and out of play on this near side. DeQueen have certainly been the team that has asked more questions in this extra time period. There's a heavy touch, and it's going to run away there from Litzy Hernandez, unable to keep that in play. Looks like this one may just be destined for spot kicks to try and decide things between the Mustangs and the Leopards. Good work from Addison Mosley. Got that one through. Paisley Arnett wanted to find Clements. She's onside. Play continues. Back towards Clements, and then the center half for DeQueen. Able to provide a brave clearance there, diving in. Sub coming in here. Addison Mosley will step aside for the moment, as the Mustangs have the look that they want going into the final 5 minutes here, as 95 minutes have not been enough to decide things between CAC and DeQueen. Goal kick here for the Leopards. Seeing great play on the back line from both sides. Here's a good sign. DeQueen getting back for these final 5 minutes. Stephanie Vieta, who went down in that second half due to that injury, back on the pitch for DeQueen. Physical battle here, and Kate Tuxhorn able to, thought that one went out on a Leopard, but no, that went out on the back heel of Tuxhorn, and so Leopards have a throw here on this near side. That one rolls away from DeQueen and all the way to Paisley Arnett. Middle of the park here with the Mustangs. They try and get it forward. Good work by the left back to get in the way of that one for the Leopards. Leopards on the far side trying to get it clear. They get it ahead. That was a touch there for Vieta before she was shrugged off. Great switch. Here's Vieta. No whistle. Clean challenge. Mustangs can break. 3.5 left. Good ball ahead. Good central feed. Here's Paisley Arnett. Gets it out here to this near side. Switch was on for Clements. And now offside as the timing was disrupted there after the first time ball was blocked on the back line for DeQueen. Saw the window of space there for Clements. Had that ball gotten through, that initial through ball on the ground. But again, good work by the back line of DeQueen. Able to position themselves well and get in the way of those balls. Under 3 minutes to go here before spot kicks to decide things between Central Arkansas Christian and DeQueen. Ball ahead to Clements. Good work from the center half to step up for DeQueen, get in the way of that. Battle for possession in the middle. DeQueen come away with it. Can they get bodies forward and break? Good ball ahead. Initially brought under the spell there of Vieta before the Mustangs take it off of her. Ball ahead to try and test the back line of the Mustangs. They pass that test. Austin Ward with the clearance. Another good ball ahead towards DeQueen. Collision of bodies and both players staying down for the moment. Looks like the DeQueen player looking a little worse off for wear after taking that challenge, and it's out of play for a throw, I believe. And it will be a throw for the Leopards. Just over 2 minutes to play as the clock stopped momentarily there for the injury. And now we get back going. Under 2 minutes to go. Ball through and all the way through and out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick taken there by Austin Ward, the center half. Mustangs struggling a little bit to exit their own half, and in comes Kate Tuxhorn to clear. Under 1.5 minutes now in this second period of golden goal extra time before penalty kicks may just be the decider. As we remain scoreless here between the Leopards and the Mustangs. Physical challenge and then a clear. And then good work off the back line for DeQueen as they are forced to make a couple of clearances. That one unable to be brought out of the sky. Tuxhorn colliding with a DeQueen player, and then it's cleared, and then it's a free kick right in the middle of the park. Perhaps a last chance for either side here with under 1 minute to go in this second period of extra time. It's Kate Tuxhorn on her strong left foot. And she'll swap out. It's Austin Ward now to take. Tuxhorn gets forward. 8 Mustangs forward as they try and push for that opener and the closer all in one. Kept in play by the right back here on this near side for DeQueen and headed clear. 15 seconds now. Tuxhorn heads it forward. Clements was the target. Clements in the mix. She's onside and it's through. And they have, oh no, she's off, says the official on the far side. I just wonder if we can't see that again, that ball through and the timing of that as the horn blares and controversy galore here at the end of the extra time period. It looked to me like this ball was played and Clements was in an onside position, but just not quite sure as we see the replay here on what would have been the game-winning goal. Right there, and oh, really marginal, but the center half had stepped forward kind of right as that ball was played through. Looked a bit onside, but nonetheless, it'll go to spot kicks. DeQueen have lasted 100 minutes here, has not been enough to decide. I'd have to slow that one down frame by frame to really get a good look at whether that was onside or off, but really close decision as this game comes to an end, and we will get a decider as one of these sides will move to the semifinals at the conclusion of this upcoming penalty shootout as each side prepares their list of 5 spot kick takers. And so it'll be 5 kicks aside. X's will be marked on our graphic there at the bottom of your screen for misses and circles for makes as we decide things via spot kicks between DeQueen and Central Arkansas Christian. This has been a terrific match, a physical one. Both back lines have been terrific. Both goalkeepers have been called into question on numerous occasions and have passed each test. It's been a gritty 0-0 matchup through 100 minutes, and so we'll get spot kicks to decide things, penalty kicks between these two sides. Mustangs and the Leopards have to each be proud of the performance they've put on in this quarterfinal. And with nothing to separate them after 100, we go to a penalty shootout. And wanted to shout out our presenting sponsor, UAMS. When orthopedic injuries happen, get expert care now at UAMS Health. UAMS Health Ortho Now. They provide fast, convenient care for all your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-8674. That's 501-686-8674. So each side readying their penalty taker list, their top 5 takers on the spot kicks, plus, of course, they potential of more. Looks like we're going to use this goal on the west side of the pitch, facing east. Both goalkeepers there coming together and touching fists there as each keeper gets ready for spot kicks. Almost looks as though the Mustangs have given the goalkeeping bib, I believe, to Kate Tuxhorn, their midfielder, but I could be wrong about that. I can't tell if it's number 6 or number 16 down there. I think that is Kate Tuxhorn, though, who has played 100 minutes for the Mustangs as an outfield player, switching between center back and center midfielder. And so she'll put the bib on for the Mustangs to play keeper. Penalty kicks here in this first quarterfinal of 4 here at Joe T. Robinson High School. As the first penalty kick taker, Mustangs will start. CAC set to get us underway here in this penalty shootout to try and decide things in this quarterfinal. With the armband on her left arm. The first, nestled nicely on that right side. Good height, difficult one for the keeper to save. She went the right way, but really no chance as that one was decisive enough. And the Mustangs on the board here in this shootout. As you see the circle there on the bottom of your screen, X's will be used for misses to keep track of this shootout as we move along. It's a controversial ending to that second half of extra time. It looked like the Mustangs had their winner, but chalked off due to offsides with just seconds left. See if DeQueen can equalize. First offering saved. Kate Tuxhorn, who has played 100 minutes for the Mustangs as an outfield player in this one, has put on the bib and has made the first save. So advantage Mustangs after one round here. Walking up now, the striker for Central Arkansas Christian, Piper Clements, the senior. Short run up on the left, lifted and just in. It got a touch on the fingertips of the goalkeeper for DeQueen, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. And the Mustangs in full control now. DeQueen going to need this one to make things easier on themselves to try and get back into this. Central Arkansas Christian trying to hand DeQueen their first loss all season since that scrimmage back on the 28th of February. Right side and just not enough on it. Kate Tuxhorn again for the Mustangs. 2 saves on 2 shots. And Central Arkansas Christian in full control now. They've made both and saved both. And it's going to be Tuxhorn out of net with the keeper's bib on and the gloves on her hands. She's put in a great 100-minute shift. Walks up to it and saved. Went off of an awkward place there off the right hand of the goalkeeper for DeQueen and thought it might dribble in, but keeper able to keep that out. That's a big-time save to try and keep things from getting out of hand for DeQueen, but they're going to need to change things up and find the net here themselves in this shootout.
Hey, calm down. Take a breather. You're getting nervous. Calma. Breathe, Vianney, breathe.
Here is Vinay Dominguez on her right and just leaned back on it over the bar. And just like that, the Mustangs, with one more kick going their way, can put an end to this and punch their ticket into the semifinal. The long walk now is Paisley Arnett, as she readies herself here to take this spot kick that could send her Mustangs into the semifinal. Deep breath on the right. Towards the left side and past the diving goalkeeper. Mustangs stream onto the field and celebrate as it took 100 minutes and a penalty shootout, but Central Arkansas Christian have moved on to the semifinal via the spot kicks. They win on penalties, a perfect 3-0 after a terrific clash between the Mustangs and the Leopards. On-pitch celebrations for the Mustangs, anguish and for DeQueen, but a ton to be proud for if you're the Leopards, who went and played an undefeated regular season. Terrific year for the Leopards, but it comes to an end here in this quarterfinal as Central Arkansas Christian move on here at Joe T. Robinson High School. That was the first of our 4 quarterfinals. Next, we've got a boys quarterfinal between DeQueen and Dardanelle here on deck.
Also, we do have some QR codes around the stadium where you can upload